In this video, you'll learn how to deploy your C MVC application on Microsoft Azure, step by step. Whether you're working on a personal project or building a professional app, this guide will help you get your application up and running in the cloud. Deploying a C MVC Model View Controller application on Azure involves several steps. Here's a comprehensive guide. Step 1. Prepare your application. Ensure the application works locally. Test your MVC application in Visual Studio to confirm it's error-free. Add required configuration. Connection strings. Ensure your app settings.json or web.config file has proper connection strings for Azure SQL. If applicable. Environment settings. Set configurations to support multiple environments. Examples. Development, production. Step 2. Create an Azure app service. Sign in to Azure. Go to Azure portal. Create a resource group. Navigate to resource groups and create a new group for your application. Create an app service. Go to App Services and click plus Add. Choose the following. Runtime stack, .NET Core or .NET Framework, depending on your application. Region closest to your target audience. Plan. Select a pricing tier, free for testing, standard for production. Step 3. Configure deployment settings. Set up deployment method. Use one of the following options. Azure DevOps. Automate CI/CD for the app. GitHub Actions. Deploy directly from a GitHub repository. FTP or local Git. Manually deploy the app from your local system. Step 4. Publish from Visual Studio. Publish your application. Open the solution in Visual Studio. Right-click the project name and choose Publish. Select Azure as the target and choose the app service you created. Configure the settings and click Publish. Monitor deployment. Visual Studio will build, package, and deploy your app to the Azure App Service. Any errors will be logged in the output window. Step 5. Database configuration, optional. Azure SQL Database. If your app uses a database, create an Azure SQL Database from the portal. Update your connection strings with the Azure SQL Database details. Migrate data using tools like SQL Server Management Studio, SSMS. Enable App Service Access. In the Azure portal, navigate to the SQL Server resource. Add the app service's outbound IP address to the SQL Server's firewall rules. Step 6. Configure app settings. Application settings. Navigate to your app service, configuration, application settings. Add any required environment variables or secrets. Enable HTTPS. Turn on HTTPS under TLS/SSL settings in the Azure portal. Step 7. Test the application. Access the application. Navigate to the app service URL. Example. https://yourappnamed azurewebsites.net. Verify functionality. Test all application features, including database connections and external integrations. Step 8. Setup monitoring, optional. Enable application insights. Add application insights to monitor application performance and errors. View logs in the Azure portal under Application Insights. Troubleshooting tips. Deployment errors. Check the Deployment Center and logs in the Azure portal. Missing files. Ensure all files, example, root, are included in the deployment package. Database connectivity. Verify the firewall rules and connection strings. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment if you found this tutorial helpful. Let us know your thoughts or share what you'd like to learn next.